Breaking news, which is just into us from the Manhattan District Attorney. NBC News, again, listen, this is all coming into us in the last couple minutes, has confirmed that 2 top prosecutors have resigned from that office. A spokesperson for the office says the investigation is ongoing. We are grateful for their service, not commenting further. Let me bring in our investigative correspondent, Tom Winter, who has been all over this story from the start. So, Tom, MSNBC legal analyst Danny Savalos is joining us, too. Tom, 2 top prosecutors stepping down, it seems, rather abruptly, even as there are discussions that have been happening, related to the investigation very actively. What is going on here?
Right. So a couple of different things, Hallie. First off, the prosecutors, Carrie Dunn and Mark Pomerantz, important to this investigation for 2 different reasons. First off, Carrie Dunn has been a part of this investigation for some time. He's the attorney, part of a team, but really the person who shepherded this case through the Supreme Court when it came time to try to fight for, and you remember because we've talked about it often, the subpoena over getting Trump's tax returns and tax documents from his tax preparer, Mazars USA. They were able to win twice in the Supreme Court, largely on Dunn's shoulders. So he's been an important part of this. And then last summer, in July, when Alan Weisselberg, the former CFO, was charged, then the current CFO, as well as the Trump Organization, he was the one who presented charges in court. He was about 20 feet in front of me when he delivered a kind of a blistering open to his case, detailing what Weisselberg, the person who you're looking at on screen, as well as the Trump Organization allegedly did and why they were bringing the charges. So Dunn's been a big part of this picture for a while. As far as Pomerantz, he was hired out of private practice, a former prosecutor himself, somebody who had really steeped in his knowledge of complex tax and financial cases as well as white-collar fraud-type cases. He's somebody we've previously reported who was involved with interviewing some of the key witnesses in this case, so somebody who's conducting a lot of the questioning of this. People might be wondering where is all this going to go. So over the past, I would say, 2 months, things have been quite quiet in this investigation. Towards the end of the year, there was a flurry of activity. We were told, it was reported at the time, involving the grand jury. We had actually a reporter had come public that he was called before the grand jury. So that happened at the end of the year. Now, we had a new district attorney come in, Alvin Bragg, former federal prosecutor. It's normal, and I and other reporters didn't blink twice when there were several weeks where things were fairly quiet in this because, of course, you've got a new person who's captaining this investigation, obviously wants to get up to speed, figure out what's going on. That makes sense. However, over the last month, there's been crickets as far as new steps in this investigation, additional people being called before the grand jury, anybody receiving a subpoena. We typically hear about that through the rumor mill and have tracked that down, and we've talked about those steps in this investigation before. So a couple of different things. We'll have to piece it together and do more reporting about what they mean. But the 2 top people who are handling this investigation, the only criminal investigation that we know about involving the president's finances and directly involving his company, are out, and this investigation has been quiet for at least a month.